I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready.
What is up, everybody? This is Banter FTP, Banter for the People. This is going to just be a weekly show that I'm going to have to catch everybody up on different things that are happening in the Purple Banter world with our creators, different shows that we're launching, and all the fun that we're having here. So as you know, like Purple Banter, we are this group that is a platform for creators that are able to build conversations from the ground up. We really pride ourselves on finding new creators, not necessarily just like young creators. We want everybody that has different conversations, different experiences and voices, bringing on creators from all across the board that are talking about comedy, politics, culture, spirituality. And we just want to be able to help support the creators that are trying to get stories out there that maybe are like a little less heard, or sometimes just less promoted. And we want to continue to build this collective of creators that are able to get these conversations out there. One of the shows that we have out right now is the Come Up with Katia. She talks to Eric Cardona. He is this very interesting guy that, went from bartending to creating one of the most internationally renowned Japanese whiskey bars in Los Angeles. So he was a co-creator on Bar Jackalope, which is actually a speakeasy inside of a whiskey bar. So if you've ever been to 7 Grand in Los Angeles, Bar Jackalope is actually a whiskey bar inside of that whiskey bar that just takes everything up to a whole new level of vibe and music that's on it. So very cool conversation. You got to check it out. The Come Up Katia is live right now. A new podcast that we are launching this week is The Mixx. The Mixx is brought to you by Asa Lucus. He's this guy from Philadelphia that really wants to promote the different conversations and experiences that are happening with multicultural identity in the United States, and how to navigate, or how someone has navigated those experiences, whether it's just in normal life, whether it's spirituality, whether it's political policy, or it's career. Having a discussion of how they've maneuvered through those experiences within their life. Corruption Chronicles is a podcast that we're launching this week. Debbie Peterson, she was a mayor of a small little beach town up in St. Louis Obispo County. And she, through her experience, not only experienced governmental corruption, but she also confronted it. And through that, she got a lot of individuals around her that helped overcome some of those different things, or taking steps actively to be able to overcome that. What I love most about this series is that how she provides discussion of the steps to practically confront governmental corruption within individuals that she's met throughout her career, people that have reached out and been able to see how her story has provided some optimism that we can get through a lot of these different political issues that we're having, but the steps to get to where we're going needs to be pretty thorough, because there is different entities, people, businesses that are really trying to make sure that these things don't stop. And she's surrounding herself with individuals that are constantly battling that every day. Master of Self, this is a podcast that is dropping this week. It's with Keon Brown. Keon is just a dynamic, very thoughtful, insightful individual that is really talking about going on the journey of being the best we can be. What are the steps to being able to master oneself? Mastery is one of those concepts that I think is incremental. Him and his guests discuss different tips, tricks, different mindsets that they have in order to get to the mindset they're in, or hopefully achieving the mindset they desire to get to. It's meaningful conversations about like what he and his guests are doing in life to seek and really obtain like the mastery of just being like the truest version of yourself. I love what his show does. It's entering into topics as basic as like generosity and talking about tipping, or it can be conversations about like overcoming your own self-doubt or different pressures that society is putting on you and different obstacles that are in your way. And it's just fruitful discussion about the journey of life, and it's beautiful. Smart and Wild, we have more episodes coming for you. Check out our one that we just posted last week. It's about Cam missing the party of a lifetime. You know, Cam is a young stand-up comedian and actor, DJ in Los Angeles. I'm his co-host, and we just talk about everything: comedy, culture, a little bit of politics, and it's just a really fun show. Definitely make sure that you stay tuned to what's coming up. And I know this one's not going to be for everybody, but we got a lot of Minnesota people on our team. We're football fans. Vikings Weekly will start shooting again this week. We were just tracking everything that's going on in Vikings fandom and tracking the team throughout the year, and trying to dig up all the little stories and nuances that are happening throughout the season, and hopefully following this team to the Super Bowl. Thank you for tuning in to Banter FTP on Purple Banter. All of the shows that I discussed will have links in the bio. Definitely check them out, like it, subscribe it, hit them with different comments. We will be back next week to tell you what else is going on in this Purple Banter world.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war.